It seems every single video that I start, I have to explain why I have not been making videos. Well, this time, I think we could just all give up on the fact that I haven't made a video in a while. I know. Just let's all forget about it and move on. So finally, I thought I would do that art advice video that I said I was going to do ages ago. I have actually been quite ill the past week, so if I sound a bit nasally or stuff like that, that's because I've been ill. Before we start this, somebody didn't get the gist of when I said I wanted art GCSE questions. I got about 27 questions, all from anonymous, so why? I said art GCSE questions. I got questions like, if you were taxidermied, what position would you want to be in? What? Should I answer them? I feel like I should answer a few of them. What's your biggest ambition? To become a photographer. Can I be motivated to make YouTube videos? Actually do them. What do you want to be when you're older? A photographer. Favourite snack? Pringles? Top 5 book. Fault in Our Stars, Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns, The Twilight Saga, I'm counting that as one because it is sort of roughly the same thing. And The Life of Lee by Lee Evans, because his biography was absolutely amazing and made me cry. Ever dyed your hair? No, but I'm going to. If you could go back in time and meet anyone, who would you meet? What about the future? Or present? Do YouTubers count? When was the last time you did something for the first time? Went to a YouTube gathering. That was my first YouTube gathering, so I guess that counts. If you could date any YouTuber, which one would you choose? What? How tall are you? 5'9". Do you watch Jack and Dean? Yes, funnily enough. Is there anything you say quite a lot? YouTubers? Like a catchphrase? Backstreet Boys or NSYNC? Neither. I don't know what I've unleashed there. Any embarrassing moments you'd like to share? No. Favourite Disney/Pixar film? Brave. If the Doctor appeared in front of you right now and asked you to come with him, what would you say? I would say let's go. Alonzi, yes. Please take me to the TARDIS. Please. Please. So I asked you guys to leave comments in my GCSE artwork, and I got a few, so I thought I would answer them today. And also people on my Tumblr also sent me questions and stuff like that, so here we go. How do you deal with the amount of coursework for GCSE art? I personally tried to keep on top of it as much as I could, because if you don't keep up on top of it, you're going to get more and more work piled onto you. Your teachers are going to give you more work and you won't be able to catch up, and it's really, really hard to catch up once you've got behind. So I would advise that you just make sure that you are on top of it. Make sure that once you've been given the work, don't just put it off, do it, because trust me, it helps. Is GCSE art stressful even for people that enjoy doing art in their spare time? I think it's a little bit stressful because there's so much work, but don't be put off by the fact that GCSE art, there's a lot of work involved. It's still a really, really good GCSE to have, and if you want to go on to do further art, so you want to go to college and do fine art, or you want to be like me and you go do photography, it can be a little bit stressful, but if you don't survive doing GCSE fine arts with the stress that you have then, I feel that you might not be able to take the pressure from college if you go to college, or university even. That's my personal preference, so don't just go by what I've said. I'm doing GCSE art and I was wondering if you had any tips on sketchbook presentation. I don't want to over decorate mine, but I still want to look presentable and attractive. If I find you an example, I will. Art sketchbooks, where are you? Nope, nope. Spider, spider. I can't find my examples. Basically, if you go back to my GCSE artwork, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see a bit more of how my layout was. Most people in my class did a kind of wash out, like just one colour over a page and then you can just stick stuff on it how you want. But make sure that like when you're presenting it, it doesn't look messy. So make sure that your writing is neat, and because obviously they have to be able to read it in order to give you your grades. Hi, my sister is doing art GCSE and how can she develop her drawing skills more and do better tone? I have been very self-taught when it comes to drawing. I'm not the best artist even now, but if you want to become a better artist, I personally think that you need to practice on things that you're not so good at. So if you're drawing people, for instance, I would draw, maybe if I'm not so good at doing the nose, I would practice doing, just drawing noses. Just practice drawing people's faces. Maybe focus more on the nose if that's what you struggle at, or maybe focus more on the mouth if that's what you struggle at. And just don't stress out about doing the other things around it, so like the eyes and the hair and everything. Just make sure that you are more focused on that thing, and then you will hopefully get better at it. How do you find such interesting artists? Well, it depends on what you actually like to do, I think. If you are more into portraits, I would look into portrait artists, obviously. If you're into still life, you go and look at still life people, but sometimes they just come to me accidentally. So when my GCSE artwork, the Mike Stimson just came to me suddenly. I was just flicking through Google Images and stuff. Jamie McCarthy just came to me suddenly one day when I was just looking at Doctor Who pictures on Tumblr, and so I decided to look into this further, look at the artist, and I really liked his work. So sometimes you stumble upon them just by accident, and you don't mean to actually just stumble upon them. Sometimes you can be lucky, but sometimes you have to go out and research stuff. But just look around. It just depends really on what you're interested in. In regards to the art advice video, what kind of things do you write when annotating your work? I tend to evaluate that piece that I have done. So if it's a drawing of, say, still life or a painting or something, I like to say I used these colours because I used this shading because if I was to do this piece again, I usually use that one because that one I know works for me. They actually mark the annotation more than they do the artwork. I know that sounds silly, but I would just make sure that your writing is up to scratch and it's fully explanational, and if that's even a word. Make sure that you've explained the piece enough that you are happy. And that's all the art advice I'm going to give out today, but if you need any more advice, then just leave them down in the comments and I will surely answer back to them. I'm not going to say see you next week because we both know that's not going to happen. So I'll just see you next time on Zoe Makes Videos.